Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hailie if you're new here, and today we are doing a bookshelf tour. In past videos, I've definitely showed my bookshelf. I'm very proud of my bookshelf, so I've done mini tours of it before, as well as my physical TBR a few months ago. Of course, since filming that video, my TBR has grown exponentially, and you guys will come to find out that I can definitely buy books faster than I can read them. So in today's video, I am going to be showing you my bookshelves, the little setup, the layout. We have some color coordination going on, and I'm going to be showing you every single book in my collection. But I do have a feeling that this video is going to be a lengthier one, so I'm just going to hop right into it. So these are my bookshelves, and I always get a ton of questions about the shelves themselves. I actually found these on Amazon. They come in a few different colors if black isn't your vibe, but they were under $100. Definitely a really good deal. I think they were like $89, so I will link that in my description box if you guys are interested, but I think they look really nice. Starting with this first shelf, up here I have my celebrity memoirs. I actually love reading people's memoirs and getting like a peek behind the curtain. On the other top shelf, I have this cute little crate. It's full of my Colleen Hoover books. I like to keep them in one place. It's definitely the most books that I have from one specific author, so I just like how they look up there. On this shelf, I have the cutest green tile bookends. These were from Urban Outfitters. Majority on the shelf is romance, and same with this one next to it. These are all my pink books, so I have a pink concrete bookend. I have a cute little pink flower lamp. Zooming you guys in a little bit, this shelf, it just continues on. There's no real theme. I don't like to organize by genres or anything, so it is a little bit random, all the books that are next to each other. And then this particular shelf, this has like my journals, a few random things in here, like my book stamp. This stamp is really cool. I ordered it from Etsy and I love it so much. I just stamp like my favorite books right on the inside cover, and it says from the library of Hailie Barber. Also on the shelf, I have my book club candle. This literally smells like old books. I have my Seasons diffuser. I love this little oil diffuser. I think that it looks so pretty. Also on that shelf, I have Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This is probably my absolute favorite book in my collection. It's also in good company with my little Star Power book and Kate Spade's All in Good Taste. I think that these three really complement each other and they look so cute. So right below that shelf, I have the majority of my pink hardcovers. I did try to keep hardcovers more towards the bottom of my bookshelf just because they're a little bit larger and bulkier. I also have my Emily Henry collection here. These are literally just the US version and the UK version of her books. Also on that shelf, I have this cute little mushroom jar, and in there I have my magnetic bookmarks. I even have these really adorable custom ones of my dogs. On this shelf, I do have some authors organized together. I have my Lynn Painter books all side by side. These two I have yet to read, but of course I wanted them together. I also have these two side by side. I like how they look next to each other. Along with those, I have some of my hardcovers here. I tried to keep like greens and mints organized together. And then these are like my purple paperbacks. Right below that is all of my dark covered paperbacks. We have a few hardcovers here, and this shelf is the rest of my hardcover books. I do also have some underneath. These are the ones hiding. The majority of my hardcovers are actually from Book of the Month, so a lot of them have the Book of the Month logo on them, and I think that they look pretty cute next to each other. So that is the overview of my bookshelves. I'm going to give you guys a little bit more of a look at some of the repeat authors that I have in my collection. Since I do organize my books by color, I'm going to show you guys like the rest of the books in color order. So let's get into it. Starting off with Colleen Hoover, I have Verity. I have both editions, the hardcover with the exclusive chapter and the original paperback. I also have Regretting You, Ugly Love, which is not my favorite to be honest, Reminders of Him, Without Merit, I haven't read yet, and then It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us, which I enjoyed both of those very much. Next up, I have Emily Henry, who is one of my all-time favorite authors. I have all 3 of her books in the US and the UK edition. The UK covers are just so beautiful. I love the colors so much. Then I have Lynn Painter, who I adore. These are both of her YA novels. Both are fantastic, but Better Than the Movies is one of my favorites. And Mr. Wrong Number is her adult novel. It is so good. Next up, I have Taylor Jenkins Reid, and The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is one of my all-time favorite books. I haven't read Daisy Jones and the Six quite yet, but I'm hoping to with the new Netflix series out. I also haven't read Maybe in Another Life yet. But Malibu Rising is one of my other favorites. I think that her writing is just absolutely incredible, and I'm excited to read more from her. Next, I have Beth O'Leary, and I loved The Flat Share so much. I just got the no-show, so excited to start it. Both of these by Kathleen Glassglow I have yet to read, but I do really like the covers of these, and I'm excited to see what it's all about. Next up, I have these 2 from Stacey Willingham, and she is one of my new favorite authors. Highly recommend both of these, as well as Lisa Jewell, the Family Upstairs series I really enjoyed. Megan Miranda, I have yet to read all the Missing Girls, but definitely looking forward to it. Then I have Ruth Ware, In a Dark, Dark Wood was one of my favorites, so I'm excited to read The It Girl. Then I have Alice Feeney. I am missing another book by her, but both of these were incredible. Then I have Rebecca Serrell, and I have yet to read either one of these, as well as Claire McIntosh's The Last Party and Hostage. Definitely have a lot on my TBR. From Lucy Foley, I have The Paris Apartment and The Guest List. I also have read The Hunting Party, and I like her writing style. From Riley Sager, I have Final Girls, which I have yet to read, Lock Every Door, which honestly was really, really good, and same thing with The House Across the Street. Really, really fun reads. Then I have 2 from Jennifer Weiner. I always want to say Weiner. I don't know if that's correct, but haven't read either one of these. Definitely saving it for summertime. Then I have these 2 by Ali Hazelwood. I love the cover art on these 2, and I really enjoyed the Love Hypothesis, but I feel like these books are pretty similar. Then I have A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is pretty high up on my TBR. You guys are begging me to read these. Next up, I have Jodi Picoult, and she was one of my favorite authors in high school, so I'm definitely missing a lot of books that I've read back in the day, like My Sister's Keeper, The Pact, but haven't read either of these quite yet. Then I have Christina Lauren, and Love in Other Words is definitely my favorite book of all time, but The Unhoneymooners was also adorable. Then I have The Summer I Turned Pretty series, and these 2 from Sarah Pinborough. Lastly, I have some memoirs. This one by Jen Atkin was definitely really fun. Love Pamela, which I just reviewed in my February reading wrap-up. I love the signed edition. Emrata's My Body. This was also a really fun read, but my all-time favorite memoir is Open Book by Jessica Simpson. I love this one. guys, and that is my bookshelf tour. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!